Hello, my name is Christy Morrison. Thank you so much for watching my video blog. Today I have a special guest. Her name is Kelsey Phillips, and she works for Vacasa. So, Kelsey, tell us, what are the areas that you service here?
So in the Tahoe area in specific, we cover all areas. We cover all around the lake, and then also Truckee.
Oh, great. Do you do the West Shore as well?
Yes.
Oh, great. Okay. Tahoe, Donner, Grace Crossing, Old Greenwood.
Yep, all around.
Donner Lake.
Even trickling out to Great Eagle a little bit more now as well.
Oh, wow. Fantastic.
Yeah. So we have a corporate office in Portland, and then we also have 3 local teams here that manage the homes in the various portions of Tahoe.
Wow, great. So where do most of your vacation renters come from?
All over. Tahoe in general is a really interesting place for, I think, a lot of people around the world, particularly with the influx of the Bay Area. You have a lot of people traveling to San Francisco and looking for what else is around to go see.
Right.
And then Truckee in general is just spiking right now, even more than it has in the last 10 years. I think just recently it was featured in Vogue as the most unknown, or the best unknown city, I think it is, in America.
Wow.
So I do think that we'll continue to see an influx of all sorts of renters and kind of trickle into the luxury market even more so here with that as a rental front. Wow,
that's great news, especially a lot of our clients don't basically use the vacation rentals to supplement the income and actually also keep the house being used. And it's nice to have a house actually being operated and used consistently than having it sit vacant. So.
Yeah, and on that front, I think something interesting that we offer specific to owners here that would be really nice for them is there's no maximum amount of time that we require owners rent.
Oh, okay.
So some people, they may want to use their home for the whole ski season, which is great, and we'll rent around that. So it does give people that nice balance of if they want to rent full time, great. If they want to use the home quite a bit, that works as well. And when they're not there, the home can still be cared for.
Oh, great. Okay. Perfect. And how fixed up does the house have to be?
It's a good question.
To be rentable. I mean, what do you guys do? What's the process that you take to help get the house rentable?
Yeah, I get asked that question a lot because I think some people are nervous. They see all these homes that are in, luxury magazines, and they think that they need their house to look like Architectural Digest, which is not the case. So as long as the home is clean, updated to a reasonable degree, and there's nothing, no broken furniture, things like that, we're willing to work with all varieties of owners. So we have some smaller homes that appeal to maybe more of a budget traveler, and then we also have those luxury homes that appeal to the group of folks that want to stay in something really extra special. As long as the home has basic amenities and kind of things that you would reach for when you're in your own house. That's what we're looking for. Towels. Yeah, we provide
dishes, enough seats for everybody.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. Let's see. What else? What else can I ask you?
I think, so here's a couple things I think are interesting. So for those homes that are of any price point rental-wise, the 2 factors that really help people rent more, regardless of the type of home it is if there's a private hot tub, and if it's pet-friendly in this area.
Okay. Great. And what are the challenges that homeowners have that you see, and are there any ways to avoid them?
Oh man, I think each home comes with its own set of challenges. You have some people where they have had a home in their family for 5-6 decades, and they don't really want to rent it out, but that's something that they have to do to keep it. So the challenges on that front with the home would be going through 5-6 decades worth of
stuff.
So that's always the hardest part for those renters. The other people that may have just made a brand new purchase and are in love with their new home, I think the challenge is kind of letting go and placing it in the care of other individuals. So I think depending on the home itself, it comes with different challenges. But I think the key really is keeping the home livable for you while you're there, having well-placed owner clauses, and then also keeping the more personal items out of guest use. That way you don't have to worry about things being missing or broken.
Right, like put your own personal things
in
the other closet.
Right, yeah. I mean, I know snowshoes are awesome, but you need to keep them for yourself.
Tuck those away.
Yeah, exactly. So I think the key focus for people that are considering if a vacation rental is for them, would be, are you wanting to make as much money as possible?
Yes.
Are you wanting flexibility with rentals? Are you wanting, to cover expenses? I think people just need to kind of narrow in what they're looking for.
What is their goal? What's their end game?
Mm-hmm. And then we work really well on partnering with people to kind of fit in as a puzzle piece into what that is.
Great. What kind of occupancy rates can our homeowners expect?
Oh man, so it varies based upon the data I've seen. I have particular areas that I would prefer to buy in.
What areas would that be?
So I'll give the general occupancy rate and we can pinpoint that a little bit. So in Truckee in general, it's about 120 nights that we can do on average.
Yep.
More in the Tahoe area, we're closer to about 145, I would say, is the average.
Oh, wow.
So North Star is an interesting place because although the Truckee average is 120, you'll see closer to 140 as the average out there.
Yeah.
Donner Lake will be a little bit under that average. Tahoe Donner is pretty spot on with that average for Truckee.
120.
Yeah,
exactly. Okay.
So if I were to go buy a house tomorrow, right now, I'd probably be looking for vacation rentals in specific. I would be looking in the North Star combos, just as for the numbers that I've seen there.
Right. Yeah, and we do have a good one for sale right now.
There you go. Check it out.
Great. Okay. And let's see, and how do you determine the price? Like, if someone was going to buy a house up here in the area, how do they determine, like, what is a fair market price, or what could they expect for the income?
So, the general return on the investment with what we can do is between 6 and 10% the value of the property. We can gross that annually. Oh, okay. There are certain things that people can be strategic about to get closer to that 10%. But that is the range that I see here most regularly. As far as nightly rentals go, I would encourage people to not box themselves into that nightly way of thinking. Right. Because some nights are more valuable than others. Yes. So we have that airline pricing type of approach. Yes. Where when a night is more valuable or there is increased demand, we're checking 4 times a day to make sure we're really on the pulse of what's going on here. Right. So we can increase all those prices to make sure that when it snows and everyone's trying to book, we can get what that night is worth. And vice versa, October is a super slow month. Yes. So we will often lower the prices a little bit to try and get someone to come stay for a week. Yes. At maybe a little bit of a lower rate, but an ultimate better return. Yes, exactly. Yeah, and so I think that's really helpful with the income projections I find is to put that into perspective. Right. So people can see what a home would really bring in for them in specific. Yeah. Exactly, and the steps to either increase their income or, if it's based on their goals. Yeah. So that's really great to know. Okay. And anything else that you want to add? Well, yeah, I mean, I guess if someone is looking specifically at having a home that would be utilized as a vacation rental, I would really be looking at homes that would photograph nicely. Yes. Because in this day and age, that is a wide or that really is, I would say, the focal point of how people are booking. Yes. You go on to Airbnb.com and you could be looking at the most beautiful home, but if the photos are dark, or if there isn't great natural lighting, or if the paint color inside is a little funky, and that may deter bookings. So definitely for people that are buying, don't be deterred by a home that might need some TLC, but make a purchase that would require, maybe just some new light fixtures, maybe some new lighting, and new paint on the walls. So that way your return will be higher, but your investment isn't quite as significant. Yeah. Do you guys invest in professional photography for your clients? Yeah, we actually cover that for free for all of our clients. Wow. Just because we see the increase of the nightly rate that we can get. Yes. And the demand it draws. We also do the Matterport virtual tours. Oh, great. So guests can actually see themselves virtually in your home and walk through it and get excited about it. Yeah. And then that really is a good factor to help people choose a Vacasa home over another home. Yeah, exactly. How long does it usually take you guys to get back to inquiries? We have a 24/7 online team.
Oh,
so
wow.
when someone's inquiring, we're back to them within a matter of hours,
wow.
if not minutes.
Yeah.
So we're pretty on top of it. And then after someone does book, we have on-the-ground property managers, and then we also have a 24/7 Vacasa team too. So if it's 2 a.m. and they need to contact someone, there's always somebody available, both for guests and for owners.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah. I don't really know what else there. Well, there's obviously a million things.
You just covered a lot, so you're
really
good.
Yeah. Like, what do you think? Like, what are the questions that you get?
We just went through them.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Those are really the primary ones?
Yeah. How much? What do I need to do?
Yeah.
What's it going to take to get ready?
Yeah. I think sometimes people get really afraid of that first step.
Yeah.
But as long as you have the numbers behind you, so like you have the income projection to look at, I think that's really helpful. And as long as you have a clear vision of what you're trying to achieve, then I think that's really easy to buy the right home and to see that come to fruition.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Great. And you know what is really what you talked about too is the areas.
Right.
So we really do like to push North Star because of the returns and the ease of rentability. We found Donner Lake actually quite profitable for summertime rentals.
Right, yeah.
So Donner Lake's great if you never want to come up and use it in the summer, but you want a winter house, like Donner Lake's great because you can rent it all summer long.
Exactly, yeah. Where that's a good point is buying, if you do want to use the home a lot, buying in a place where the market that you want to use the home the most for, that time frame isn't the most profitable.
Right.
That's a great suggestion. Yeah.
And in Tahoe Donner, it seems like the summers are harder to rent.
Right. Summers do well there, and we do a high volume, but we're getting not that premium price.
Right.
For Truckee, the premium summer price is found in Donner Lake. North Star is definitely a winter community.
Yes.
But I know that they're doing a lot to have more summer programs to welcome conferences and weddings and things. So I do think that the rentals there will continue to see improved success in the summer.
So then the last question, what do you think, we hear a lot about rental restrictions and disturbances in our neighborhoods and that sort of thing. What do you guys do to help screen your tenants so that there aren't as many of issues? And what do you do to help prevent, people coming in and partying next to people that live there?
Yeah. So specific to, I guess, the city side of things, I don't think that this area will really get too strict on that front because it is the lifeblood of our community, our welcoming tourists. I think the key is finding a healthy balance of in what capacity that's done and the rules around that. Tahoe Donner has passed some recent regulations. For the most part, I think that they're pretty reasonable.
Yes.
It is easy for people to assume that any noisemaker is, an Airbnb guest or something.
Right.
But a lot of times, an owner might have a daughter who is having a work get together there.
Right.
So, the finger that always gets pointed back to short-term rentals may not always be the case.
Yes.
But what we do on that front just to avoid, or I guess mitigate any risk involved.
Yes.
So first, all third-party platforms have a really nice way of screening guests. And we provide a second layer of screening on top of that.
Oh, great.
And then the additional factor that I think is kind of fun is we are corporately North America's largest vacation rental company. And because of that, we have a massive guest base.
Oh.
So if someone rented a Vacasa house in Florida and they weren't a good guest, we can block them from booking one of our homes on any platform, so VRBO or Airbnb. So that takes us even a step beyond the safety that those third parties can offer.
Right, yeah.
Because we actually can link all the guests together and say, this isn't a great guest.
Right.
So it just mitigates the risk. Yeah, when you're welcoming strangers into your home, something can go wrong.
Yeah.
Typically, it's like a broken lamp.
Right.
And then we deal with that.
Yep.
The worst image I've ever seen has been caused by bear break-ins.
Oh, yeah.
So I would be too concerned from what I've seen here.
Right, yes. Oh, great. Well, anything else you want to
add? Thank you for having me. It's great to be here.
Yes, well, thank you so much, Kelsey, for being here on our blog, and I hope everyone's been able to get some valuable information on vacation renting here in the Tahoe, Truckee area. You can, for everyone out there, you can reach Kelsey. Is this a good number to give out? Okay. You can reach Kelsey at 530-537-4420, and you can talk about your own vacation rental needs. If you're looking to purchase a vacation rental up here, please give us a call. We'd be happy to direct you in the right areas. And of course, back to Kelsey. So thank you so much for watching my video blog, and look forward to speaking with you soon.